opportunity I felt I could bring my art to the world was through clothing. But I feel like now with the technology and everything that's the way it is, I can give the world everything out of my head. Whether it be me doing a stage design for an artist or me sponsoring a rapper and directing his videos for him off the strength, because I believe in how he flow. But that's what I think makes Golden Linx. It's like each piece of the chain is as strong as the next piece. That's what Golden Link. We connect, we make gold. Golden Link. GL.
Now you talk about, having minimal resources in your free life. Now, while you were spending time, in jail, what resources did you have in terms of art supplies?
They had like commissary. They had a watercolor kit and a color pencil kit. Then they got regular pencils.
Yes.
Then like, if you meet a female CEO or something like that, you get wavy. And she might bring you in a little shit. I don't be needing regular shit. Like, I'm cool, with like regular food that they got, whatever the case it is. But you get some certain shit, or they got like a program, like if somebody going to school that is getting a GED, they might bring you some art supplies back. Other than that, you crushing up color pencils, making ink, and you making tattoos with that, doing all type of wild shit with that. Then like the watercolor, you can get nasty with that. You blowing the markers like an airbrush. I was doing t-shirts in jail with color pencils, putting the muslin oil on it, with the Valentine's Day joints for dudes, sending home to their girl. Gotta make some money, man. But it was minimal. Like, if I could have made actual artwork in jail, and like somebody was on the outside, I could sell the artwork, I probably could have been sending money home more than I was sending money home. I was sending money home off of making money, but it wasn't enough. You know what I'm saying? You feel like you send some money home for Christmas, $200, you're doing something, but it's all year round, they sending you money. You know what I'm saying? So I try to just hustle in jail with art, or with cooking, or whatever have you. Or, do what you gotta do in there, but the resources, man, if they had like, if you look at somebody who learned how to draw in jail, I didn't learn how to draw in jail. We look at somebody who learned how to draw in jail, they learn how to draw with nothing. So when somebody got a talent that drew in jail, you gotta respect that shit. Like, I was way better at drawing than a lot of people in jail because I already know how to draw rather. They was using grids and doing all type of, just trying to figure it out. People trying to do portraits, they looked crazy. I stay away from them because if you do somebody's portrait wrong, they spent mad money, that could get you stabbed. That's a lot of food to be risking on like some art. So I try to stay away from portraits and just do stuff that's like dope art, and they appreciate it. But it's like one-of-one pieces, not just like cartoon Mickey Mouse, just keep doing it. And it's like, yo, bro, you're not drawing, that's not art. But color pencils, handkerchiefs, pieces of lined paper, drawn on envelopes. I love drawing on envelopes. Love that shit. That's like, this shit is already stamped, it's already official. You know what I mean? Like, it's a paid for piece of paper full of envelope, but you draw an envelope, somebody get it to their crib, and then some of the best art I ever did was on envelopes in jail. And I would charge $1 for the envelope and do color pencil and ink on it. And sometimes I'll take floor wax that they use to buff the floors in jail, and I'll put that over the art to give it a shiny effect, or draw, like make bubbles like it's water on the artwork with the floor wax. So it's different. I mean, you really gotta do what you gotta do. Like, it sounds crazy, like, yo, I have to do this to make art. Like, I chewed up color pencils before and spit on the picture to get the effect of blood splattering. But that's what you gotta do. You don't have an airbrush gun, you don't have a bucket of paint to just make the splatters with.
Now,
Jackson Pollock.
Now, I see you merge your artistic skills with fashion, and today's fashion designers don't really have the fundamental skills of art. You're actually a clothing designer as well. Talk about that, and how did that whole idea come about?
Well, I grew up around like drug dealers, so they always had nice clothes, alligator shoes back in the 80s, and rhinestones and the snapbacks, and gold chains, all the nice cars. And so like I always liked fashion. And some of the brothers had Dapper Dan clothing in the projects, and it was just like, yo, how did this dude get a Gucci jacket, or he got on alligator shoes with a mink coat, and this is madness. This is crazy Bally shoes, and you're seeing what rappers wearing in your own hood. So it's like, I want to dress like this. The Jordan explodes, the sneakers become like a crazy fashion thing. You know what I'm saying? Because we was wearing penny loafers way back, and Michael Jackson had penny loafers looking lit. So you got like punk rock, and you got like real like dope boy fresh. So wanting to get fly, wearing jerseys, like I had the Michael Irvin back in the days, and wanting to just really stand out, fashion, and then graffiti. It was like I could do graffiti on my clothes. I could twist this, and I didn't really have it in the beginning, but what I was doing was actually cool because it was one of one. It was unique. Back when we was in high school, it was like, yo, I'll draw my projects on the lap of my pants upside down while I got my pants on. And then my man was like, yo, that's crazy. You know your project's so good, you could draw them upside down on your pants with your pants on with a marker. I'm like, I'm a hood rat, like for real. And like, it was just, that's the interpretation of art imitating life imitating art, where I'm drawing my projects on my clothes to represent my hood. And that became a thing where I'm putting my hood, CST, on Timbs, on shirts, on hats, on everything, just kind of making my projects a brand. And that's why I first loved marketing. It's like taking what I represent, putting it into fashion. Taking something you love and mixing it together, by having that good balance where it's not everywhere, it's not distasteful, but it's flavor. Some drip on there, it ain't drenched, it's some drip on there. Alright, it's like a cinnamon bun. You ain't dipping the whole thing, you got a little drip on the top, it's cool. It's sweet, but it ain't too much. It's a balance. You got art and you got fashion, it's all art. We're trying to put art onto clothing. Sometimes it look crazy, like them full printed corny shirts with the Chinese joints, and it look crazy. Nobody want to look like that. Hawaiian shirt, nobody want to look like that. It's a difference. You got a scene of a beautiful Hawaii, but you don't want to see that all over a Hawaiian shirt. Shout out to Ronnie Dangerfield. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't want to look like that. So art, fashion, it's finesse. Je ne sais quoi, like to try it, I could just design clothing just one color. I could just do the cuts and it'd be beautiful. I could do the silhouettes and everything, that'd be beautiful. My cuts, the lapels on the blazers, everything would be beautiful, but it's also putting my artwork into it. And my artwork has to come from a place of creativity, emotion, inspiration, a story. My art has a story, like it really, I can tell you about how many times I've rode the train. Like, normally ride the train, I still ride the train with the COVID mask on, gloves. And, you know what I'm saying? So like I love seeing the graffiti as the train goes by. Like that's part of this whole thing. That's always gonna be part of it. So art and fashion is difficult. I customize sneakers. That's putting my art on something that's already been designed. Am I improving on it, or am I doing it disjustice? You know what I'm saying? Because some people do a sneaker, you like, my niece could have did that. But some people do a shoe like, I wish I could do that. I've seen shoes like, I wish I could do that. Then I practiced and I learned. Damn, I did that. You put that tool in your bag now. That's cool. That's that balance though. But you have to actually draw. Don't tell me you're a fashion designer and you just got a word on a shirt. The Gap could do that because they're actually making the clothes. It's a difference if you're actually making, like I actually cut a design, cut a pair of jeans, actually sew a piece together, and then if I put a label on it, now it's branded, but it's actually just, I can sell a blank, like H&M, sell a blank pair of shorts, and you'll go and put your logo on it, and now you're a fashion designer? No. That's not, you know what I'm saying? There has to be like some kind of regulation on like the usage of words. The designers are like a real designer. I can design your jewelry, I can design your rim, I can design a car, I can design things because it's just a concept being created. You get a 3D printer, I can design something for that. You know what I'm saying? Like it's actually knowing art on every level. Pastel, charcoal, slum shit.